Okay, wait. Today, I have a gift for you. But before that gift, I have a question for you. Have you ever wondered why most people are addicted into gambling? Have you ever wondered why when you play gambling for the first time, you always win, but the second time you start losing? Have you ever wondered why when 70 people play gambling for the first time, 40 persons are going to win for their first time, but consequently gambling will start having effect on them? Have you ever wondered why most people win gambling on their first trial? I will tell you why, and I will give to you at the end of this video. But first, watch this video. Okay, the video that you just watched now are young men who slept over in a gambling shop, in a bet shop. Now let me tell you something. When we were growing up in the avenue, there is this game that was very conversant with us. It was called What. People in the area used to play What, but we were not allowed to play What because the police frowned against it. Society frowned against it. Why? Because it was presumed and perceived that when young people gather together and start playing What, it's either they are playing gambling or they are doing something notorious. So we were not allowed to play What. But consequently, as we begin to grow, we found out that big firms now met the government of the day and start paying taxations, and the government has now legalized gambling, and they call it betting. They call it reward for passion. They call it so many names just to attract the young men, because the young men previously in Nigeria hated gambling because the only gambling they knew was pool, and pool was never attractive because pool always had this white curtain, and it was perceived that it was only old men who play pool. So young men never go close to pool because pool was seen as the game of the old. So for them to get young people, what did they do? They brought in gambling in a way that it would be attractive to the young people who have not seen the horizon. So why are people addicted to gambling? This is it. You know, when people go to play gambling the first time, either visual or whatever they call it, they win, and immediately they win. They say, oh, I am good in this game, I have to continue playing. And the next day they will come, they will lose. They keep losing, they keep losing. After a long time, they will win again. And say, oh, I can still win. They're still playing, they're still losing. They are going in circle. Why? Now listen. It is called the universal law of conspiracy. Yes, universal law of conspiracy. Some people call it first lucky charm. See, when you try something for the first time, that is this universal law that you tend to have it. You tend to have it. So when you play gambling for the first time, that law works for you. That is every tendency that you are going to win. So when you win, you now believe that, oh, you are good. You are good. You keep playing, you keep losing. It does not only happen in gambling, it happens in all aspects of life. That there is great tendency that when you try something for the first time, it's going to work out. That universal law works for you. So when you play gambling for the first time, you are going to win. Most likely you will win. Or at most, you'll be close to winning. And say, oh, I'm very close to winning. Let me try again. You try again, you keep losing. Maybe after a long time, they will pay you. Oh, they're paying. You keep doing, you keep losing. You are going in vicious circle. There is no growth to it. I am not judging you. I'm only here to help you. And how do I help you? I have a book for you. It is titled The Richest Man in Babylon, written by George Carlson. This book will help you change your perception about gambling. I did that to men in my avenue. I go from best shop to best shop, introducing them to the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. Whoever I gave that book, after reading it, you don't see them close to best shop again. Because that video that went viral of young men sleeping in a bed shop, it's an eyesore. It is pathetic. It's an eyesore. It's an eyesore. Okay? So When you read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, you will get the perspective of what gambling does. You will know the element, the mechanism of what these firms are doing to your mindset. That is what George Carlson explained in that book, The Richest Man in Babylon. This book was documented by the ancient wisdom of men who have studied what wealth is. Read it. You know how to get it. Go to my bio, you see a phone number there. That's a WhatsApp number. Comment here on TikTok. Wisdom is a principal thing. Copy your comments. Come to WhatsApp and drop it. The book will be made available to you in 24 hours. I cannot give you money at this moment. All I can give you is book because that's what I have for you. But remember, knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave. For so long, you have been a slave to all these companies because the government is no longer protecting you because tax is being paid to them. But Modern Day Town Crier, in partnership with J Magnify Online Library, we are going to empower you with knowledge. Make sure you read because there is something you pay for the book, and that is attention. Read, read, read. Remember, you are one step away from getting the book, and the book is given to you by free. As usual, free. You are not paying anything. The Richest Man in Babylon, written by George Carlson, will change your perception and you will never see yourself misbehaving like those guys in a bet shop again. Remember, Africa, the wisdom is a principal thing.